this is Lewis from Ledoux Wines, and today I'm super excited to talk to you about Pfalz. Pfalz is a place in Germany, sort of in the very far west on the French border, just on the border of Alsace and sort of south of the Mosel. For a really long time, Pfalz was just sort of considered a bulk wine region, not creating anything particularly interesting. But it was sandwiched between possibly two of the greatest Riesling producing areas in the world, Alsace and the Mosel. In the modern day, there have been a lot of producers that are some young guys who have really come up and are really producing incredibly stellar wines. And these wines, in my eye, and on my tongue, really, and in my nose, are this perfect marriage of style between sort of like that stony minerality of the Mosel and sort of that rich, honeyed opulence of Alsace. You've had a series of really, really exceptional vintages, which have done super well all over Germany, but in the Pfalz, I think specifically. And this all sort of culminated with 2015, which in a way sort of mirrors and marries together the same sort of best of both worlds that had always been sort of what Pfalz had been striving for, right? They had sort of been the mediocreness of both worlds. But now in 2015, they can really be the best. Because 15 was this vintage that was really warm in the beginning of the year, really hot, really dry, and then sort of at the end of summer, they had these really sort of great spritz of rain. The grapes could get really ripe, but because it sort of had a cool, dry end to the growing season, the acidity never really went too far down. Fun vinning, incredibly complex, super, super exciting. Kirchenstruck is probably the most famous vineyard in Germany outside of the Mosel. These wines are absolutely incredible. Some of the most complex, outstanding white wine in the world. Another fabulous producer is Pfalz. Don't really have like a distinct style in terms of the product they release consistently every single year. Instead, they're really, really committed to sort of reflecting the spirit of the vintage, and as a result, the 15s are super lush, super creamy, but still have great acidity, great energy to them. In addition to Riesling, a lot of the Pinot varieties have become very, very successful, and this Becker Pinot Gris is absolutely delicious. Pinot Gris is technically the same grape as Pinot Grigio, like you get in northern Italy, but in Alsace and in Pfalz, it takes on this whole different set of flavors, and so it's much more melony, getting a little bit of pepper in there as well, but it's really a much more round, generous